Hey everyone, welcome back to Derivatives and Risk Education. In our previous videos in the Trader Insight series, we've covered a lot of ground, from the best degrees for a trading career and understanding different trading job types, to optimizing your resume, mastering networking, and navigating the application process and online assessments. Passing those online tests is a significant achievement. Now comes the exciting yet often daunting next step, the interview. And a very common, often initial type of interview you'll face is the behavioral and fit interview. Today, we're diving deep into how to master those crucial interviews, including the tricky pre recorded video interviews that some firms use as an early screening step. My goal is to equip you with the strategies to ensure you make a lasting impression and land that trading role. So, let's get started. First, let's understand why firms use behavioral and fit interviews. They're not just a formality. Recruiters use these interviews to assess your soft skills, things like teamwork, communication, leadership, and resilience. Beyond that, they're evaluating your cultural fit. Do you align with the firm's values? Will you thrive within the team's dynamics? Ultimately, how you've handled past situations is a strong indicator of how you'll handle future ones, making these interviews a predictive tool for your success on the desk. This is distinct from the technical and quantitative interviews, which we'll cover in detail in upcoming videos. What they're truly looking for here is your character, your motivation, your integrity, how you manage stress, and your interpersonal skills. Now, let's talk about the cornerstone of answering behavioral questions effectively, the STAR method. When I first came across this, I thought it sounded a bit gimmicky, but I now highly recommend it as it is simple and effective. You see, without a clear framework, it's easy to get lost in the details of a situation or just describe the task at hand. But interviewers need to hear about your specific actions and, crucially, the results you achieved. That's where STAR comes in. Stands for situation, task, action, and result. And it helps you structure your answers in a clear, concise, and highly impactful way. Let's break it down. Situation. First, you set the scene. Describe the context of the situation you're about to discuss. Who was involved? What was the general scenario? When and where did it take place? Keep it brief, but provide enough context. Then the task. Explain the specific task or challenge you faced within that situation. What was your responsibility? What goal were you trying to achieve? Then action. This is the most crucial part. Detail what you specifically did to address the task or challenge. Emphasize I rather than we to highlight your individual contribution. Explain why you took those actions. This demonstrates your thought process and decision making. Result. Finally, what was the outcome of your actions? Quantify the results where possible. What did you achieve? What did you learn from the experience? And crucially, how does that learning relate to the trading role you're applying for? Let's quickly walk through an example. A very common question is, tell me about a time you failed or made a mistake and what you learned. Using STAR, you might say, for the situation, during my summer internship at some company, I was responsible for building a new macro model to forecast commodity prices, and I mistakenly used an outdated dataset for a critical variable. My task was to deliver an accurate, robust forecast to the senior traders by the end of the week, which this error jeopardized. Then the action. When I realized the discrepancy after cross-referencing with a colleague's preliminary analysis, I immediately paused my work, identified the correct data source, and reran all my calculations. I then proactively informed my supervisor about the error and the steps I had taken to correct it, ensuring transparency. Finally, the result. Despite the initial setback, I was able to deliver the updated, accurate model on time. More importantly, this experience taught me the absolute necessity of rigorous data validation and the importance of proactively communicating issues, even mistakes, to maintain trust and ensure accuracy, which is critical in a fast-paced trading environment. See how that structure provides a complete story and highlights valuable traits like accountability and attention to detail. Now let's look at some other common behavioral interview questions and strategies for tackling them. Tell me about yourself, or walk me through your resume. This isn't an invitation to just list your work history. Frame it as a concise narrative that highlights your key skills, experiences, and motivations directly relevant to the trading role. On teamwork and collaboration, you'll likely hear, describe a time you worked effectively in a team. Here, focus on your contribution, how you handled disagreements, or how you supported others to achieve a common goal. Trading desks are collaborative, so showing you're a team player is vital. Problem solving and initiative. Questions like, give an example of a time you faced a significant challenge and how you addressed it, are designed to see your analytical thinking and proactivity. Show you can identify problems, come up with solutions, and execute. In a trading environment, you often face problems with incomplete information and high stakes. Show you can quickly analyze, make a reasoned decision, and act, even when the path isn't perfectly clear. Demonstrate clarity of thought under pressure. Failure and learning. As we discussed with the star example, questions about mistakes or failures demonstrate resilience, self-awareness, and a growth mindset. It's not about being perfect, but about how you learn and adapt. For traders, learning from errors is vital. Demonstrate not just that you learned, but how you actually broke down the mistake, understood its root cause, and adjusted your approach or process to avoid repeating it. It's about building resilience and refining your decision making. Dealing with pressure and stress. Trading is inherently high pressure. Be ready for how do you handle high pressure situations. Here, relate your experiences to the demands of a trading environment and emphasize your emotional control and ability to perform under duress. Communication. Describe a time you had to explain a complex idea simply. This is crucial. Traders need to communicate clearly, both internally with colleagues and externally with clients. On a trading desk, time is money. Demonstrate your ability to distill complex information into clear, concise, and immediately actionable insights, whether explaining a trade idea or a market event. And finally, motivation and passion. Expect questions like, why trading? And why this firm? Show you've done your research, understand the firm's specific activities, and can articulate how your skills and aspirations align with their needs. It's not enough to just say you like markets. Interviewers want to see genuine intellectual curiosity in market dynamics, demonstrated resilience from past challenges, even if not trading specific, and a realistic understanding of the demanding, continuous learning environment of a trading desk. This can be conveyed through specific examples of how you follow markets, learn from failures, or adapt to new information. Growing trend in early screening is a pre-recorded video interview. Firms use these for efficiency and consistency, allowing them to screen a large volume of applicants before inviting them for live interviews. While the questions are often behavioral, the medium itself presents unique challenges. Here's how to excel. Technical setup. Treat it seriously. Ensure you have good lighting, ideally face a light source so your face is well lit. Test your audio. A clear microphone is essential. Your background should be clean, uncluttered, and professional. And of course, ensure you have a stable internet connection. Presentation. Dress as you would for an in-person interview, professionally. Maintain eye contact by looking directly at the camera, not just at your own image on the screen. Your body language should be confident and open, so avoid fidgeting, and convey enthusiasm with a natural smile and energetic tone. Content strategy. Practice speaking to a camera. Keep your answers concise and to the point, respecting any time limits given per question. Stick to the STAR method we discussed earlier. And while it's good to have your key points rehearsed, avoid sounding overly robotic or rehearsed. Let your personality come through. And critically, record practice runs and review them. You'll be surprised what you notice. To sum it all up and give you some final crucial tips for success. Research is paramount. Deeply understand the firm, its values, its recent news, and the specific trading role you're applying for. This allows you to tailor your answers and show genuine interest. And again, practice, practice, practice. Rehearse your answers out loud. Know your star examples inside out. Ideally, practice with someone who can give you constructive feedback. Be authentic. While you need to be professional, let your true personality shine through. Firms are looking for genuine individuals who will fit into their culture. Always ask thoughtful questions. At the end of the interview, when given the opportunity, ask insightful questions. This shows your engagement and intellectual curiosity. Don't just ask about compensation or hours. Ask about the team, current market challenges, or their career paths. Immediately after every interview, whether you get an offer or not, take 10 to 15 minutes to critically reflect. Write down every question you were asked, how you answered, and what you could have said or done better. This active self-critique creates an invaluable feedback loop, significantly improving your performance in subsequent interviews. Finally, follow up. Send a concise and polite thank you note after the interview. Mastering these behavioral and fit interviews is a huge step in your journey to a trading career. Once you conquer these, you'll be ready for the next level. In our next video, we'll shift gears and tackle the equally crucial technical and market-based interviews, where we'll discuss how to demonstrate your financial knowledge and market awareness. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, share it with someone who needs this advice, make sure you're subscribed to Derivatives and Risk Education for more trader insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.